What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Pronouns. How y'all doing? Hope I'm a blessed Thursday, despite it being 9/11, right? Some of the crazy fucked up shit going on in the world, like some of the shit that transpired yesterday. Now, before I get started on this super duper late video going over the best SummerSlam matches of all time, according to the WWE, right? I just got to do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers on Rumble at 468 YouTube still. My channel is so unbelievably cooked. It's not even funny. All right, I get no views on my past 10 videos, but it's all good. I'm gonna keep on going. Because why? Because the games don't stop. But enough of that. Let's get into it. All right. This was several weeks ago where WWE officially dropped their greatest, 25 greatest SummerSlam matches of all time. I'm not going to go through the whole 25, just the top 10, right? That's all people really give a shit about is the top 10. Really the top 5, but definitely the top 10. So at number 10, it's The Undertaker player, Rest in Peace, versus Edge, SummerSlam 2008 in the Hell in the Cell match. Remember this match like it was yesterday? Arguably their best match that they had in their feud. Either this match or the match that they had at WrestleMania. Underrated feud, honestly, as well. I don't think this feud gets talked about enough. But yeah, this was a good match. Top 10 for sure. Not mad at it. Number 9, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels versus the Chicas de Fofan, Razor Ramon, in a ladder match for the Intercontinental title, SummerSlam 1995. Now, I do believe the first legitimate ladder match was credited to Brett versus Shawn. I think it was some house show in Canada, if I'm not mistaken. In the WWE, that is. I'm trying to go from memory here. And of course, they're going to have a great match. Got two of the best workers in the company at the time. They're best friends. They had great chemistry in the ring. So, of course, this match was going to be an absolute banger. All right? It's crazy when you look back and you realize that Razor Ramon, someone like that, was never a world champion in the WWF or WCW. Crazy. Absolutely fucking crazy. But it is what it is. Moving on to number 8. You got, if you smell like it's what The Rock is cooking versus the next big thing. This was the match that solidified him. Brock Lesnar, SummerSlam 2002. The match was good, and I do believe these two only face each other twice. Now, besides fucking house shows or some shit like that, but officially. So it was this show and a global warming tour out there in old Melbourne, Australia. That's not my life. And that's the only 2 times that I can recall those two ever facing off against each other. This was during the time where Brock was in the Super Omega push, to where Stone Cold was like, fuck this, I'm out. The whole proverbial, take my ball, I'm going home, because I don't want to put this guy over on a random ass match on Raw for the King of the Ring tournament. Mind you, this dude went over on Hulk Hogan brother, Ric Flair, woo, Test, RVD, Mark Henry, Rikishi. This dude was molly-whopping everybody. The Hardys, he fucking was a 1v2 and he still won. Oh my, fucking crazy. But The Rock did business, put the man over, right? Because Rock was trying to get into Hollywood around this time. He didn't leave officially until like beginning of 04. Was it WrestleMania 19 or some shit? I believe that was last WrestleMania until he came back and fought John Cena. So yeah, but rest is history. And who would have thought that Brock Lesnar be the one that beats all the black champions in his company? Yeah, we see Vince. But moving on to number 7, you got the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels versus Triple H in an unsanctioned street fight, SummerSlam 2002. This was the first time Shawn Michaels was officially wrestling in a WWE ring after being on hiatus for a good 4 years. 4 years. Man, pretty much missed the whole Attitude Era. Just imagine if Shawn never got injured in that casket match against Undertaker and he was still there for the whole time. No, the fucking the alliance, that the whole shit, you know, we would have got Shawn versus Rock at WrestleMania, you know what I mean? A lot of missed opportunities, but it is what it is. When he comes back, he's in great shape, and who better to work with this dude than his best friend, Triple H. And this was the start of their like fucking 2-year-long feud. Like these dudes were feuding from like 02 to 04, really into like 05. You know what I mean? Like, damn. But yeah, this was a great match. It was. I like the way it was booked because they were telling the story of just Triple H working on Shawn's back, like doing like fucking pendulum backbreakers, or just targeting on the back. The psychology, the storytelling was on point in this match. You got Triple H talking about HBK is dead. You're gonna find out, Hunter, that the Heartbreak Kid is alive and well. You're gonna see the showstopper. Just man, what a great feud. Oh, it did go on for a little too fucking long, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, because you remember they were trying to reform DX, right? Because initially, I think Shawn was trying to bring in Triple H to join the NWO. Then Kevin Nash got hurt towards quad, and he was cooked from there, right? Then he transitioned to DX. That's when Triple H turned on Shawn by hitting one of the worst pedigrees of all time. That was so shitty. Really, Shawn never really sold the pedigree well, ever. But yeah, let's this moment right here. Shawn gets to win. Good fucking match. As we move on to number 6, the Hardy Boys versus watch out. The Dudley Boys versus to those that benefit of flash photography, Edge and Christian TLC match, SummerSlam 2000. Not as good as their first match at WrestleMania, but was still good nonetheless. No complaints here. The right team went over with Edge and Christian retaining their belts. So, hey, it deserves to be in top 10 for sure. Before we move on to number 5, the top 5, we have the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Bret the Hitman Hart versus I'm Not a Nugget. Owen Hart. Steel cage match, SummerSlam 1994. Man. Arguably, probably one of the best steel cage matches of all time. Probably my favorite match between these two was the match that they had at WrestleMania 10, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not gonna lie, I wanted Owen Hart to win. But unfortunately, he's not one that never got the opportunity to be world champion. And if there was ever a time to pull that trigger on Owen Hart, it was this year, 1994. But it is what it is. You know, still the storytelling, the psychology of this match. This is shit that you don't see anymore, man. You know, it's shitty. And I got some things to say about Bret Hart. Good things. Alright, I say I did a video coming up here probably over the weekend, so I'll elaborate more on that later. But yeah, this match, steel cage match, top 5 for sure. Number 4, got Old Pepsi Phil Brooks, aka CM Punk versus the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar. SummerSlam, no DQ match. This was arguably one of CM Punk's best matches in his career. Grant, I like the way they structured this match. The psychology, the storytelling, it made fucking sense. Alright? This is one of Brock's best matches since he came back from his hiatus. Did his thing in the UFC, had to come back and put over fuckboy buckethead that is John Cena. But this was one of his best matches in the past 15 years. One of the best matches in his career, really, for both men. So the right person went over, and Brock, and this was a one and done. Maybe they'll run it back. Both men are in the company now. I wouldn't mind seeing CM Punk get his ass whooped again. And what's sickening? We really think about it. You got CM Punk in his prime, Daniel Bryan, you got AJ Styles, you got Finn Balor, all these guys that wrestled Brock got their asses whooped. Wait, guess who can go over on Brock? Twice, that is. Cody Rhodes. Disgusting. Absolutely fucking disgusting. Repulsive. Abhorrent. That's what that is. But I'm not the one booking shit, so what do I know? We move on to top 3. We have the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Bret the Hitman Hart versus Mr. Perfect. Kurt Hennig, SummerSlam 1991 for the Intercontinental Championship. Arguably one of the best matches of all time. Arguably probably the best match that they had together. Top 3, absolutely. This match was flawless. It's just, again, you have two of the greatest workers of all time going at it, doing what they do best. And it hurts my soul. It saddens me because we don't see this type of wrestling anymore, man. We don't. It's like when I'm watching this shit in fucking AEW or some shit, I'm just watching the Spot Fest more often than not, where these people can just go move after move after move. There's no, why are you doing the move? What's the purpose behind it? What's your end game? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to target? What's the story that's being told in this fucking match? You know what I mean? Here in this match, you got excellence versus perfection. Who is the better man? Who is the better technical wrestler? Putting on an absolute clinic. Fantastic fucking match. Move on to number 2, numero dos. We have John Cena versus the phenomenal AJ Styles. SummerSlam 2016. Now, it's my firm belief that this was the match that solidified AJ in the eyes of Vincent Kennedy McMahon, damn it. To where Vince wanted to push this band to the moon. To the moon! So I remember, Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ, that came in around the same time. Shinsuke, he had a match with Cena, dropped him on his head as a house show, apparently. Never got pushed. It's unfortunate. Being wasted and underutilized to this day. AJ has a match, this match right here, SummerSlam, probably arguably gives Cena one of his best matches in his entire career. It's not even fucking top 5 best AJ Styles matches, in my opinion, but this is top 5 one of Cena's best matches in his career. Right man went over, AJ needed to go over. They had another good match at the Royal Rumble, but Cena won that match because I believe the title was on the line. But this is the first time they went at it. AJ, he brought out the best in Cena. And I know they're it takes 2 to tango, obviously, but AJ can make anybody look good. Cannot say the same about John Cena. Sorry, not sorry. That's the facts, right? But this was I wouldn't put it above Bret versus Perfect. No, but number 3, really this should be number 3, but I guess they didn't want to put Bret back to back. So they put this match here number 2. So, I'm not mad at it. It was one of the best matches in SummerSlam, so fuck it, why not? But there could only be one. Number one. That match regarded as the best SummerSlam match of all time. And I wholeheartedly agree. We have the best there is, the best there was, the best ever will be. Bret the Hitman Hart versus the British Bulldog, SummerSlam 1992. Great year. Great fucking year. For the Intercontinental Championship at Wembley Stadium. This match was perfect. Perfect. Down to the last minute detail. Flawless victory. Right. How can you not like this match? You know what I mean? If you don't like this match, I mean, people can feel however the fuck they want to feel. You know what I mean? But how can you not like this match? Honestly. Right? And if there was ever a time to put the belt on the British Bulldog to really run with him, this was it. 92, peak Bulldog. Rocking the braids, you know, he was in arguably best shape in his career, you know, putting on bangers with Mr. Perfect and Bret Hart. But as far as this match, because he's out there in front of his people, so the crowd was fucking electric. You know, of course they won their hometown hero, British Bulldog, go over it. The finish, Bulldog reversing Bret for the 1-2-3. Bret then refusing to shake the man's hand. It takes Diana Hart, which was Bulldog's wife, and I do believe that's Bret's actual sister. She comes in, tries to, you know, cooler heads prevail, you know, smooth things over between the two, and then embracing each other at the end. It's just like, man, it was a feel-good moment. You know, Bulldog deserved it. Become the new Intercontinental Champion, I believe, for the first time in his career. So yeah, this match was tremendous, fantastic, perfect. It's number one, easily, without a shadow of a doubt, best match in SummerSlam history. All right, and if I'm not mistaken, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this. I do believe, pretty sure, Bret said that this was his favorite match of all time as well. So, yeah, they got it right for once. Like, usually these lists be fucking garbage. Like, sometimes some of their picks be on point, but this... Yeah, overall, I have no complaints about their list. Now, I'll tell you right now, my number one favorite match at SummerSlam, easily, without a shadow of a doubt, is John Cena versus the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar. SummerSlam 2014. Perfect. Down to the last minute detail, because that was the first time Cena got his ass mollywopped. This was, you know, during the whole Super Cena run. Cena wins. Never have we seen Cena get dominated the way that he did at the hands of the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar. He had that shit coming. That fuck shit that he pulled, I believe, was at the Extreme Rules match back in 2012 when Brock first came back. Now the plan was for Cena to go over, but Brock wanted him to sell the fact that he went to war. You know, he was pissed off at the fact that Cena cut a promo afterwards. At least that's the story being told, right? So take it for what it is. But if that didn't happen, I don't think that match would have went down the way it did. But I'm happy it did, because man, oh man, that match was absolutely terrific. Just German after German. That's the origin, the genesis of Suplex City. You know what I mean? Just complete, just obliteration, annihilation, just fucking an ass whooping that motherfucker had coming, long overdue. So that is my favorite SummerSlam match of all time. And that's pretty much it for me. So I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear your guys' favorite SummerSlam matches over the past decades. Decades, man. A lot of fucking matches, man. So y'all let me know in the comment section as far as what's next. I'm going to knock out the most indestructible superstars lists of all time. give my opinion on that, right? But what's enough for you guys? It's time for now. So with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect you and yours, loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty, or support that we trust in God. God be with you, right? People, the powers that be, the wickedness in the world, they know what they're doing, right? They get off on the shit, all the tears, the anger, the suffering, you know what I mean? Divide and conquer, oldest trick in the book, you know what I mean? So just be careful, man. Like, shit's fucking wild. Wild shit I'm seeing online, man. But I digress. I'm out of here, alright? Till next time, adios.